A colleague once called me a church conference junkie. It's true. Being an active part of the larger church community is a habit that was introduced to me by my parents. What does this have to do with how I share my faith? Let me explain. My parents were Russian Mennonite immigrants who arrived in Canada with very few personal items, but they had their faith. They raised 9 children, impressing on each one of us the importance of a personal commitment to Jesus and involvement in a church community. What did that mean for me? I'm not able to look back and say there was that very moment when I made that commitment. Instead, I look back on a family life where God, personal commitment, and commitment to the church were modeled each day. Somehow, my parents prioritized their finances so that each one of us obtained a Christian education in a Mennonite high school. For my older siblings, that included the cost of boarding when they attended UMEI in Leamington. Never people to lead from the front, my parents modeled a lifestyle that embodied answering God's call to lead and share our faith wherever we are. This is the habit I was taught, to strive to be Christ-like wherever and in whatever way God's plan might be. Stints as a Sunday school teacher and as a youth sponsor were wonderful opportunities to talk to children and teenagers about faith and to authentically model how my love for God and the church has informed who I am. I can't say that my parents talked a lot about their faith. However, they modeled their commitment to faith in their everyday life and through their interactions with others. My mother taught Sunday school. My dad served on the local church board. He spent many years as the volunteer treasurer in my home congregation. I can remember the pile of donation envelopes sitting on my dad's desk as he tabulated the Sunday offering. I begged to help him with the task. This was my introduction to church finances. And the seed was planted for how I might live out my faith through my life's work. Years ago, thanks to a nudge from someone, I applied to be the finance person here at MCEC. I needed that encouragement. After prayerful consideration, I applied, fully leaving it in God's hands. Well, the rest, as they say, is history. My call as a finance person has been different than other leadership roles in the church. Tending to the corporate side of MCEC has been the way God has led me to use my gifts to serve God's church. Outside my work, I play bridge, a hobby where I interact with persons with little or no church life or church community. I've been surprised at how frequently I can share what I believe as a Mennonite Christian and how this faith impacts and shapes my life, both inside and outside work. Habits are often seen as negatives, but the habit I learned growing up has been one I've tried to continue each day. Each one of us is called by God to live out our faith wherever we are. I think that enabling each other to be followers of Jesus Christ is a good habit to have.